What up, Hoop Heads? Thank you for tuning in. This is Coach Jay, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. And yes, it is that most wonderful time of the year. No, I'm not talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are great and all and everything like that. But no, I'm talking about basketball is back, baby. NBA kicking off about 3 weeks ago, and college starting last week. And of course, if you're a high school coach or assistant coach in this case, high school starts. I mean, you if you're a hooper, you're in hoop heaven right now. Like everywhere you turn, it's like a basketball game on. Either it's college or sometimes even some high schools and all that. But yeah. So I'm just absorbing this because I'm excited. I just get excited when it comes to basketball anyway, because that's just like my passion. Where everything I pretty much love to talk about deeply would be basketball, other than other family stuff and all that. But anyway, a couple of topics I want to talk about today is let's talk about ranking systems and are they effective or not effective. When I talk about ranking, I'm talking about as far as you're a 5-star recruit, 3-star, 2-star, whatever. Dude, is that really important? Because I know probably like a couple guys that's in the NBA right now, or even went to college, who ain't have a 4 or any type of star ranking. They just worked on their game and came up, out of nowhere, and they're doing very well right now. Even some kids in college you know, that's doing their thing. And but only thing I really would cut the foolery on is like, why are we ranking eighth graders and seventh graders and the best 12-year olds in the country? That's just nonsense to me, man. Like, why are we putting pressure on these kids at such a young age? Oh, because he got a couple highlight videos on him. Oh, he's the number three third grader, number three in the nation, number one in the nation. Like, come on, man, that's just bullshit, man. And I'm being honest with you, like, it's just crazy that we do these rankings and statistics and hype people up, and sometimes they don't even perform well. But that's neither here nor there. And also, with that fact is, that's probably why it's such a decrease in such youth participation around the world. Matter of fact, in the United States, I kind of remember reading or hearing that a 9-year old announced that he's retiring from basketball and sports, youth sports. I'm like, wait a minute, what is a 9-year old retiring for? Like, you are at your prime, your pinnacle. You ain't even began yet, like retiring. But then that also wanted me to bring to another topic that I want to discuss is the parents putting pressure on them, or are they putting pressure on themselves? Because everything in this world now is revolves around the almighty dollar, and then it's sad to say that most parents or most people that's around these people are only doing it just for marginal profit. Like, they see something like, oh, I could make money just posting this YouTube and stuff like that. And honestly, man, that takes the fun out of sports. So I can understand why some kids don't want to play no more, or it's so much pressure on them at such a young age. You can't be 9 years old stressing. You could get gray hairs. Like, that's just not called for. Sports are meant for a relief, like an escape to reality, man. Like, and it's so sad that we're taking this away from the kids. We shouldn't be taking nothing away from them. They should be able to be kids. Well, like people said, let kids be kids. Forget about that rating. Forget about everything else that's going on. With everything else that is going on in this world, you will want your kid to escape reality, wouldn't you? I mean, I love escaping reality here and there when I'm working out or something like that. So why can't the kids, man? It's just, I just think we need to stop putting so much pressure on these kids to perform like this, because at the end of the day, they're just kids. They like to have fun. You take the fun out of anything, they're gonna just be robots. Like, nobody wants little robots or anything like that. And I'm just speaking like that because I'm a father. I love my daughter to death. I'm not pressuring her to do no sports, even though she's tall. She can play sports, but she wants to dance and everything else, and I'm just going to support her. I just want to support her when she's having fun, anything positive. That's what we should do. We shouldn't sit here and put pressure on kids to be like, oh, just because I play basketball, you gotta play basketball because you're my child. No, that's not how it works. If they inherit that on themselves, you should be happy for them. Like you shouldn't even sit there and even question that. Like, okay, it starts pressuring them. You know, remember at the end of the day, they're kids. Kids are meant to have fun. We as adults forget that too, because we all about the bills. But that's another topic for another day. So anyway, yes, that's what I wanted to talk to about mostly was the youth sports because I firmly believe that if we had more programs that that helps out the cause, I think all the kids would be profited off it more. But before I get into that again, I want to just go into the why is it so stressful? Because everything runs on the almighty dollar nowadays. They cut back programs in New York City that had to do with after school things for kids, and it's sad because we trying to get these kids off the street. We trying to show them that we going on another route. Like there's more to life than just being on the street. But we can't do that because we don't have a community center, or the community center's there and it's collecting dust or whatever like that because there's no funding for it. I believe this should be, I don't know, maybe a youth sports act going around where we could there could be a budget where each state is required to have at least like 20, 30, like at least 5 programs in one neighborhood, or something like that, something in that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's sad, man. Like I mean, growing up, we had all these community centers, which now I'm sorry, I took that for granted. Having a community center out here, going to Bushwick to play ball, going Marcy projects, stuff like that, man. And I took that for granted. But now that I see they hardly none around, and if there are around, you have to pay membership fees. Like I don't believe under 15 or under 15 you should pay. Like that's just ludicrous to me. Like really, like why we why you charging $80 for a kid membership? Like that's just ridiculous. But then you also have some programs like parks and recreation that gets kids for free under a certain age. Well, I'm not sure how that long that's going to last. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's my thing, man. Like let's make youth sports more prosperous again, like more fun. Like we should get some letters to Congress going. Like yo, we need more youth programs in here. To help that. That's just youth programs to have fun. We also need more educators in this matter too, because there's a lot of kids out here that schooling is not really their thing, but there's not that many people around that's gonna sit there and take their time and and help these kids out because one thing about it I can say about being a father is that it requires a lot of patience, but that's what gives me like kind of the edge on coaching because I have a daughter. I have to be patient with her and coaching with the kids. You gotta do the same thing. So I mean, I just hope that wherever that little kid is, I hope he really is. He didn't retire and he's playing sports, or he just took a break. Because sometimes you need to take a mental break from sport because you put too much on yourself because you be like, damn, I could be this good or I could be that bad or et cetera, et cetera. And it is what it is. Okay, next topic. High school season is started, man. Coaches out there, I would love to hear y'all feedback. Did the kids that that's coming back to returning juniors, seniors, sophomores, did they put in work for this summer? Are you excited about your college? Excuse me, not college. About your high school season because college is playing right here on the two. That's why I did that. About your high school season coming up because I sure am, man. Like. The first day of trials I went to, like it was a wholly, completely different energy going on out there. And I'm talking about guys was helping, they was talking, they was keyed in, they was focused, they was listening to the coaches, like, and I'm sitting there like, me and Coach talk all the time. Like we both excited about this season. We actually open ourselves up more to these invitationals that actual high school high school teams are participating, and we trying to do what we can do. Also, by the way, I'm gonna put the link on if you guys want to support the cause. We're doing we got a GoFundMe page. We're doing fan cloth that has some nice Norman Thomas merchandise on there. But anyway, that's enough of my advertising for the school. But yeah, so back to high school season. So are you coaches ready? Like, did you improve as a coach over the summer? Did any coaches really do go any camps, work any camps, or AAU? Did y'all travel? What's going on? Let me know in the comments in the comment section, or you can also email me and I'll reply and I'll respond back to you. It's also going to be in this it's going to be on the information page after I finish posting this. Okay, so now I want to talk about something. This is part of my rant. So lately on YouTube, I mean not YouTube, but social media period, there's been a couple people saying that the reason why NBA players are having load management is because of AAU basketball, or they're blaming it on AAU basketball. And I'm sitting here thinking like, how can you blame load management on AAU basketball? Like me personally, I'm just gonna be 100%. I never played AAU ball, but I did like to travel other cities and states to play basketball, just because it was just a competition thing. Like I want to see what stuff was outside. It's like on the outside of Brooklyn, on the outside of New York City, because that was back in the day when social media wasn't so hot and everything like that. So that was me. But I mean, you can't say AAU is definitely the issue, because like they saying that, and some people saying they're saying like because they play 12 games in one weekend and da 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 da. And I'm saying there like, to me the average AAU tournament I see is 2 games per day, 2 to 3 games per day, and then you have you have your season, and then the next Saturday you have the Sunday coming up. Then it's the playoff pool, 1 game elimination. That's it. Now, if you are happen to be in a program that goes to every AAU circuit, then yes, that is quite an overload to some kids. But you know, and those programs are usually well funded or sponsored by brands like Nike, Adidas, or whatever, or whoever's sponsoring you. You know what I'm saying? Because people like me, if I get an AAU team, I'm not going to every single AAU sponsored tournament. I'm going to the one that's the most reasonable, probably one a year to me. So they're kids, like they're young. Youth is on their side, so I don't believe load management plays a part in what's going on now. Cause I'll be honest with you, back in the day, me and my boys played almost every day from literally 6 to 10 o'clock at night, and it wasn't. It was sometimes half court, and it was sometimes full, and then sometimes we even stop playing. We go shower, we come back, eat, we chilling outside, and all it takes for someone to talk trash, and next thing you know, we up at it again. But we didn't complain about load management. And a couple of guys who I knew is probably in college right now, overseas or stuff like that. But I mean, I kids being kids. That's all it is. Like they're young. They're training their bodies. They're getting into it. Now I could honestly blame that on if you with a program that telling you to you got to practice every day for 4 hours straight, lifting weights, running, etc., etc. Then getting a scrimmage in, practice, drills, etc. Yes, that may sound like a lot, but if you're a decent program where you practice at least probably 3 times a week, and most of that is like skill development and just getting to know your teammates better, then you're only doing like 1 or 2 tournaments, and that tournaments is spaced out. Like New York live period isn't even as it used to be. Like it used to be like 4 or 5 months. Now they're down to 2 to 3 months. That's the spring/summer. And my suggestion to, if y'all really blaming AAU for all this load management stuff, then all you big name athletes, all you big name corporations, how about this as a suggestion? Don't have AAU tournaments. Have AAU camps. When you invite individuals there, not no 5-star, not no hoop group and everything like that. I'm talking about camps where college coaches, NBA scouts are allowed in there and watch you work out. That will take the place of playing basketball games. So now, guess what? You reduce load management, and you also training them for the next level. Now there are probably a couple programs like I mentioned, probably like Hoop Group would do that. PGC basketball probably do that, but that's just to name a few. So if y'all really want to crack down on load management, how about making it easier for kids to get noticed, to get scouted? So we won't have to go to Nike EYBL or Adidas Gauntlets or Under Armour, whatever Under Armour is, or even like the sub things that's going on, like the AAU, the regular AAUs and all that, even the junior NBA. So make a couple camps per year where it's not all, it's just about 5-6 hours going over doing like NBA combine style type drills, and then that should be enough for to impress coaches. And then you run a scrimmage with a couple of guys and everything like that. Cool. Then you can use that for a live period. If y'all really not built for this AAU circuit stuff, because like it's crazy. Like y'all wanna sit here and say AAU basketball is the reason why they have a load management now. That's BS. Especially if you go through a whole college career and you play more than 2 years and you haven't had an injury. I don't understand that. I mean, I don't understand. Okay. That's my main rant I wanted to get out of the way. My second rant is also, why is kids posting I'm in the gym, grinding, etc., but yet their games haven't changed. Really? So you was grinding all summer. You got pictures of you in the gym with your bros, and you're not improved. You haven't improved from last year. Like that's just a real waste of it, and you just lying to yourself to try to say you grinding. You're not really grinding. You're just going there to do a video for clout, basically. Because the real people who are actually grinding, they're not taking pictures. They're using whatever opportunity they have in that gym to do work on the drills that they need to work on. Not just saying there to say, "Oh, I'm in a drill. I'm in the gym. I'm grinding." No, because you're not fooling nobody but yourself. You probably won't even fool yourself. You know, so stop wasting time in the gym. Work on stuff that you feel you need to work on. Because I'm quite sure your coach tell you, "Oh, you need to. We gonna put you as a primary ball handler. Work on your dribbling. We're gonna put you the primary shooter. Okay, work on your shots. Okay, okay. You need to work on your. We're gonna be the main scorer. You gotta work on everything. I mean, don't limit yourself too. By all means, I'm saying don't limit yourself. One thing I always tell people, and I used to do this back in the day, even though back in the day I was a big man that used to read that all they want is rebounds or whatever like that. Stay down low. It's a whole different era. I worked on my handles. It wasn't the greatest handles, but it was good to get me from point A to point B. I worked on my jump shot, and I worked on vision, defense, try to do everything like that because I was literally if you want to put it in a term, I was a fast fat dude that could jump. And anybody who probably played ball with me can attest to this. That I had the skills. I didn't have the NBA skills, but I had skills, and I know basketball. And this is why I like coaching so much because it's just something that inside of me. I love basketball so much that now I'm ready to teach it to to the next generation. And honestly, for my last couple my couple experiences, it's been great. Like especially kids who listen, who really wants to take this serious. But also at the same time, you're gonna run into those two couple kids that I don't know, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't coach. You're not no coach. You know, I'm a real coach, etc., etc. Well, my response to them is be like, okay, I may not be a coach like on Instagram and everything like that, but I know the game of basketball. I really do. You have coaches out here who never even picked up a basketball, who never even ran, or probably just played with their boys, never played no organized basketball, talking about, oh, I know this, I can get you good and everything like that. So that's that for that. Also, Coach J advice to you parents out there who probably viewing this, or hopefully they are viewing this. When it comes to programs that you want to get your kid involved in, always do your research. There are a lot of programs out there that will get your son right or your daughter right, and they will, they'll promise you they'll get you right. You going to this tournament, that tournament, that tournament. In the meantime, they're asking for $500, $600 for your kid. You give your kid that money to get to the coach, and guess what? They're going to the places, but you're on the bench. You're not getting in. You're not doing none of that. So be careful for those vultures who promise you everything and promise that my program will take off, etc., etc. Watch out for those type of people because you know you don't want to get got. Look for those programs who you can sit down, talk to a coach, and be like, okay, what is your program about? What is your goals? Like, how are you going to help these kids out? And any family-based program, and when I mean family, that everybody gets along, the coaches, we have coaches and players meet up for other things other than basketball. That is a great coaching experience that you should put your kid in. Not because you have a popular brand name. I'm not going to say any names on here because I ain't going to name drop. But, any popular brand names that goes out there to tournaments all the time where, and it's crazy, also watch out for tryout fees. Tryout fees be $125. But guess what? Some of these coaches already got their team. And you sending your kid with $125, he going to ball out, then he going to make it. And they're only literally looking like for one or two people, and there'll be attendance of like 20, 30 people. And they already made their profit like halfway to the season to go towards their program. So be wary of sometimes when they have tryout fees also. So yeah. But also be involved with your kid. Main thing. Please, and I'm telling you this from experience, just be involved with him. Ask him how his game was. Go to his games if you can. I know we as parents are busy trying to help out, make this money to keep a roof over their head. But, we need to also have times where we come out and say, yo, how's your game going? Matter of fact, when's your next game? Let me come to your next game because I really want to see what you're doing, how you've been working on. Because that's another thing, too, now that I think about it. Be careful of these trainers you hire. Because they'll sit here and they'll advertise like, oh, look at this person, this person. I did this for this guy in the NBA. They only worked them out once, and it was only just for shoot-arounds. So, you got to be careful of who you trust to train your child. Because a lot of trainers out here are just taking money, and your child's not improving. So, like I said, be involved with your kids more. Do the research and just all around just have good common sense when it comes to these type of things because it's a business out here. Coaching, training is a business out here where they get the most money at. Sad to say, because a lot of coaches out here just out here for the money and won't give a damn about if your kid progresses or not because they already got your child's money and the money that you put up for them. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comments, feedback, please leave it on there. My information is going to be on this after I stop taping. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful night and enjoy your holiday season. I don't know when my next video will be. Hopefully it'll be soon, because I have a lot of stuff I need to talk about also. But thank you for tuning in and have a good night.